what's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Coffee Pod. My name is Chisha Zed.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
AZEALIA Banks is facing backlash after implying that the death of DC Young Fly's wife was a birthday gift. Listen, today I'm addressing a couple of things that I didn't think I was actually going to address. I mean, we're all familiar with the story with DC Young Fly's wife having the cosmetic surgery and her losing her life. My heart goes out to the husband and, of course, everybody who's affected by this tragic news. Now, I know a lot of people have come against like these cosmetic surgeries and we see it growing in popularity. You have someone like Black China who's now like on a campaign to show women that they don't have to get this procedure done, etc. That's not what this is about. This is about some insensitive comments that were made by AZEALIA Banks. I wish I was making this shit up, man. This world is so sick that I'll get to the point these days where I'll read something and I'll chuckle because I'll be like, nah, there's no way this is true. There's no way that this is real life. I can't imagine someone being this evil. So I read this headline that said AZEALIA Banks says she now feels vindicted after DC Young Fly made her cry on Wild 'N Out, dead at 32, exactly on my 32nd birthday. Now I'm gonna play this video so you guys can see. Hopefully I can play the video. If I can't, then I'll just have the audio there so you guys can kind of listen along. This was the Wild 'N Out episode that was, you know, it's a comedy show. But she took such offense to what happened that she's celebrating the death of this man's wife. Un-effing believable. I couldn't believe this. Let's get it.
You lap around the theater because you're not going to be booking any other work.
Honey, this is the ceiling.
You need to find your dentist. How you take your goddamn braces off but you cut the little middle part? Stupid girl. She told her keep the wire. Just keep the wire.
So there you go. People are laughing.
I don't even know if I want to play this game anymore.
So there you go. People are laughing and having a good time. But this chick was so offended, man, that she, till this day, is obviously affected to such like an unreal level. So this is what she posted on her story, on her Instagram story. It read, DC Young Fly spent years discussing his own deeply rooted hatred of self as jokes painted at women's beauty. So he made a joke in the show. I saw another clip of him where he said that like they couldn't hire Cardi B, so they brought in AZEALIA Banks. And of course, she's probably seen that from like a colorist perspective, as you'd know.
No, I'll have a tea actually.
Goes on to say, projecting his own feelings about his own ugliness onto women perfectly secure in their own skin. Say what you want about my tears. They were pure tears of rage. So I'm guessing she cried on that show. I didn't actually watch the show when it aired. Goes on to read, and not at all a sign of weakness, because in the end, I won. Think about that. In the end, you won. What does she mean by that? See, someone like AZEALIA Banks, I look at her as dangerous on another level because I know she dabbles in like witchcraft and stuff. And as somebody who believes in God, you know, there are women out here dabbling in like sorcery. You know, the way I was raised and my personal beliefs, you are an enemy of good if you think that like the death of others is something to gloat over. And there are pictures of her like with dead chickens in a closet, like weird shit, man. Crazy stuff. It goes on to say, I'm happy I cried and moved on. That Jacky old girl must have been so deeply insecure about herself. So she's making fun of the tummy tuck. And the nerve of DC to call such a gorgeous woman as AZEALIA Banks ugly. Now she's speaking in third person on national television while a bunch of black people laughed. And ironically, dead at 32, she says, exactly on my 32nd birthday, May 31st, 2023 in Miami, Florida. You niggas, she says, are going to learn to stop effing with me. So you're trying to say you did some sort of probably like black magic stuff. Hey, stay prayed up, man, out here. Stay prayed up. These women are insane. All right. This is a woman walking around who is dealing with the general public. I would think something like this, if you're posting something like this, you're violating some sort of community guidelines on Instagram. Imagine if a man posted this about a famous person who lost a husband or a woman or something like that, and they just were this insensitive. Sounds like bullying to me to an extent, but I don't know. Will anything happen to her? Probably not. Probably not. You know, she's a woman. She goes on to say, I don't think anyone gets how much the press from that episode derailed the success of Ann Winter. Maybe that's a tour of hers. She had maybe a tour. I mean, who really listens to Azealia Banks? Just keep it real. Goes on to say, I came to sing my song and go home, and only at the request of my label. Then the stupid queens of stage behind me basically making a mockery of it being a gay song, fake voguing behind me in their do-rags like they aren't all raging homosexual. She goes on to say, that thorn in my side is finally out. So that thorn has been in there for years, holding on to that pain and hatred and wishing death or the worst to happen, apparently, on this man. No way in hell, she says, I was blessed with this many gifts, this much talent and beauty, to be a cultural punching bag for a cast of peons who wouldn't have a pot to piss in if they didn't have the court of social media addicts to gesture for. I do this in real life. D writers. Ha ha ha, she says. Yeah. I read that. I think of that one quote that reads, hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. I thought that was in the Bible, but apparently it's not. It's not in the Bible. I was surprised. Listen, I'm curious to know what you guys think. Let's check out a few of these comments. First comment says, we live in a cruel world. Like existing is just sad at this point. How do people even rationalize shit like this? 2,000 plus likes. I don't know. I don't know how people with this much hatred, darkness inside of them, man or woman, can sleep at night. I don't understand, unless if they've just embraced themselves in hatred and darkness, right? Another comment here says, if he tripped and fell, I could see her taking pleasure in his downfall. Yep. But to find joy in someone else losing their loved one because they made a few jokes at your expense and your feelings were hurt, karmic retribution is real, beloved. Another comment here says, I'm convinced she practices witchcraft. I've heard, and I mean, I think she's pretty open about that. Another woman here says, nobody don't jump people no more, because I'd volunteer immediately for this lady with the exclamation mark. It's crazy. Another comment here from another gentleman says, honestly, DC would want us to pray for her. Next comment here from another woman says, tell her to come outside. We just want to talk, because ain't no effing way. Another comment here from another woman says, well, I don't think she understand how much this foolish rant is about to derail her career or lack of. This is so disgusting for her to say and do during such a sensitive time in his life. He just lost the mother of his kids, for goodness sakes. Phew, sis, she says, wait till you see what's in store for you. Next comment here says, baby, you may have all that now, and this beautiful lady may have lost her life over this, but child, honey, you call no effing shots. The man upstairs do in the blink of an eye. God can take it away. Simple as that. That's right. Stay humble. Another comment here reads, it's going to come back to her probably in ways she'll least expect. She thought she cried then. Oh, baby, just wait, shaking my head. Here's another woman that says, she basically saying passing of this woman was a birthday gift to her. Shake my head. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy stuff, man. And since this channel is about like dating, relationships, modern dating, and you hopefully surrounding yourself around people who want the best for you, and you hopefully building better and healthy relationships and choosing wisely who you have in your circle, how you see the world, etc. Watch out, man. To my men out here, watch out for women who are this bitter. Watch out for women who are this scorned. You know, they do exist, and the men do exist out here too, but I gotta talk to my guys because this is a men's channel after all. You gotta be careful who you let into your circle. Imagine dating a chick like Azealia Banks and her wishing death upon you after some relationship is over. Crazy, 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 and very evil. Not only has she made an enemy with God, who I believe governs this world, or whatever you want to call it, karma, but she's also made an enemy with the public. As always, guys, I'm curious to know, what do you think? Leave your comments down below. I appreciate you for listening to another episode of The Coffee Pod. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.